Salutations, everyone. My name is Silta, and welcome to ClickCast, the podcast. And today I have another guest, another episode for you, with Star Hardy. Hello, Star.
Hi.
So,
Hello.
I got another guest on. I'm running out of guests, but yeah,
You're getting desperate if you're gonna have me on.
getting desperate. I'm getting desperate. Nah. You're cool. I've been meaning to talk to you anyway, so this podcast is a good excuse to talk to you more. So I wrote down a couple of topics, and we don't have to go by them. That's usually how it works. But just gonna start it off. You're an editor, correct? You edit stuff for people and YouTubers.
I guess, yeah. Like, I don't know how I ended up with that job. I got offered a lot of things left and right, and I'm not really an editor per se, but I guess I the thing is, I don't consider myself an editor, but I am an editor for multiple people, so I guess I am.
That's
I don't know, it's just weird. It's just it's like when you work at a certain job, for example, IRL,
it's just
you don't call yourself, if you work in a fast food, or if you work in a fucking retail store, you don't say that specific say, you just say you work, and I feel like that's kind of what that has become. I don't even do it as a hobby, I just do it because that's the work I got offered. So
I mean, if it's a good enough job, I mean, I personally cannot stand editing. It is my least favorite thing about the whole recording segments and stuff. So I actually got an editor. My friend who was on the first episode of the podcast, Jorsky, he's editing my videos now.
Jorsky?
Yeah, Jorsky's now editing my videos. He wanted the experience and practice.
You know what? Fair enough. I could never ever, if I ever uploaded, that is, because I haven't uploaded in 9 months. But if I ever uploaded, I don't think I would have hired an editor. No matter how bad I am at editing, I'd rather just do everything myself, because I don't trust anyone else with my creative work.
It was hard for me to do that because I'm the same way. I don't like the idea of someone editing my stuff, but at the same time, I won't edit my stuff, so I needed someone to do it for me so that I could record, not stress over the editing bit and putting it off for a month, and then scrap the whole thing because it's too long gone. I can just give it to someone, let them edit it, work at their own pace, and when the time comes, I can upload it and be happy with it. He's working on a video currently at the moment, and he's doing a good job so far. He's shown me clips of things he's edits, and he's got some potential, and I'm excited to see where he goes with my videos.
You're just well, I'll see what I can get.
Yeah, I'll see what I can get. But yeah, so, I just don't like editing my videos. It's my least favorite part of my YouTube stuff.
I think the visuals are very important when it comes to videos,
that's what I think is the most important when you're editing, is visuals.
Yeah.
You need something to.
That's also why I never really wanted to. That's why I always do IRL stuff and not edit. I don't know. I prefer to do IRL just because you don't need to do that much editing if you do IRL, just because you got your expressions
body
and your face expresses your emotions and what you're you don't really need things to convey how you're feeling. And when it comes to how I make videos, or how I make anything really, is that I use a lot of body language and I use a lot of facial expressions, and that's 90% of how I communicate. And if I didn't have that, I think it would just be a lot worse, honestly. It just wouldn't be me. And for a while, actually, I did not show my face on the internet.
I was the same way at first.
And then I made my first video, and I was okay, fuck it, I'm too lazy to not do the IRL thing, so I just recorded it instead, and I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, I tried it once, I tried it twice, and I did not like it at all. So I just went
love
back
doing
to
the IRL
not
things.
doing
I'm just
it.
very fucking awkward with it.
I'm just not confident with my like not my looks, but my camera's quality and stuff. And just watching back, seeing my own facial expressions, I look really weird.
I record with my phone, so you know I can relate with that.
Even my phone quality is horrible. Ugh, I need a new phone.
Mine's pretty alright, actually.
My like case is cracking, and it's a hand-me-down from my father. It was more of a downgrade. The one I had before was better, but I was like, yeah, I'll take your phone. My dad just gave it to me, and I regret it.
I have like a 6-year-old phone, I think. Like it's one of the really old models of a. It's a OnePlus 3, and the OnePlus phone has now gotten up to 6 or 7, I think now. So it's pretty old.
This is either a Samsung Galaxy 2 or 5. I don't know.
I never liked Samsung phones, to be honest.
Their battery life is horrible, I've noticed.
That's like the main thing though when it comes to me. Like, I need a good battery life, and I need a good I need a lot of storage space, and that's it really.
I hardly use my phone like ever. I'll carry it around, but I mean I hardly ever use it unless I'm like in bed at night. So I'll go the whole day without really using it, get in bed and see that it's about to die. I'm like, I haven't done anything with it. Why is it about to die? Oh, there it went off now.
I use it so fucking much. Like, it's literally... I can't survive without my phone. Right now, like, my phone is crashing and I'm panicking even though, like, I'm recording right now. So it's like...
Man.
Yeah, that's to the point where that's how bad it's gotten.
I did have another topic I wanted to discuss, because I remember a while ago when we talked more frequently, you were in like college or university or something. You were doing game design, I think.
So I took a year off from my medicine courses, and I did game development for a year. Yes, and I was in the beginning of the school year, I think, when we talked, when we first began talking, and now of course, like, I've ended, and this was my only year with game development, and I was supposed to start my second year of like my medicine courses now, but I didn't get in, so I'm stuck doing absolutely jack shit this year. But then I thought to myself, I guess I'll just work, and that's it.
That's always a good idea.
I'm gonna be working for this year, and we'll see what else I'm gonna do.
Well,
if I move out, probably, yeah.
Was there anything you really learned from game development? Was it something you enjoyed, or?
I mean, I did learn how to code quite a bit, but obviously not to the point where... I mean, I can program some simple games, I'd say, but not to the point where I'd actually make something good.
Nah. I don't know. Like, some of the most popular games have like been really small indie games, like Undertale. As much as that's a game people either love or hate, it became really popular. I
love that game. Still do.
I've never played it. I played Deltarune though.
How can you not have played Undertale, but you have played Deltarune?
Because I never bought it, and like I've seen so many Let's Plays and stuff. I've seen people play through it at least 12 times.
Okay, you know what? That's fair enough.
Yeah, I would like to play it, but I don't think I would be attached to it since I know everything already.
Yeah, I got very fucking attached to it when I played.
I mean, I got attached to the story and everything, watching other people play it, but playing it now, it would be like...
kind of weird.
Yeah, it'd be weird. I know everything that happens.
Yeah, I get you.
But no, the reason I was asking about the game development thing was because I and a friend were really considering making a very small, light RPG game.
Oh, RPG games is the simplest thing you can make, really. I mean, I have RPG Maker, for example.
Yeah,
there's engines for that, like, unless you want to make it from scratch.
Well, my friend wanted to do it from scratch because he would be in charge of the programming, because I don't know a thing about programming.
Yeah, I got you.
I was like in charge of concept art and like story stuff, and we did have an artist with us, another friend who was gonna do it all in a pixel style, but we just kind of fell apart. Not we didn't fall apart, but we just kind of lost interest in the project. It's still there, all the stuff for it. We just never got around to getting together and working on it more. It was going to be like a 2D hack and slash RPG that was like Eldritch based, you know, like Lovecraftian Cthulhu type stuff, like Eldritch horror. And because I'm a huge H.P. Lovecraft fan, and I just love that kind of genre of horror, cosmic horror and stuff, so that was kind of the goal for the game. It really was inspired a lot by Bloodborne, but we never got anywhere with it. A couple of concepts and that was it.
I think that's the case with a lot of people that try to make something. Like, a lot of the time, like, you think about a project that you're gonna do and then you never do it, and I feel like it happens a lot, especially with very creative people. They have a lot of ideas and then they just never execute all of it, or just like goes halfway through it, and they have that one thing that they manage to execute.
I think I can relate to that. I make a lot of videos, or scripts for videos too, and they never get uploaded because I scrap them because I'm so unhappy with them.
Yeah, exactly.
But, like, I've probably scrapped 20 videos at this point that I've, like, some of them I fully recorded and edited and I just scrapped them. It's tough, because I'm just not happy and content with what I've made.
That's why I'm scared to, like, because the thing is, I have a video in the works. I have the script, and I did record it, but I scrapped the recording because I was feeling sick that day. And the thing is with me is you can see very clearly when I'm in a bad mood. So
yeah,
it was just really bad, and I did have a video in the works and I did record it, and but then like I thought to myself, and I like nitpicked the script so much to the point where it got really bad, and now I just don't know what to do with it. That's actually kind of just why I haven't uploaded. I haven't been motivated.
I was watching some of my older videos, I think this morning, and I realized, because I didn't really script them well, I just put like bullet points and then went on a tangent on my own, like in the moment. And I realized that those commentary videos are a lot better than what I've made now. So I might change up my scripting scheme, and instead of making whole scripts to read through, I would just like do bullet points and then go on tangents, because that seemed to be the better content that I had, and other people agree.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I kind of have like a half and half thing where like I make a full script and then I just don't follow it like completely. That's kind of what I do. It's weird, but it does work somehow, because I have certain things that I want to say and certain punchlines and jokes that I want to make that doesn't really fit in if I go on extreme tangents, or if I don't follow a certain like script.
I can't fit jokes into my scripts. I've tried before and they just come off really awkward and
Yeah, I wanna do comedy. That's the thing. Like,
that's what I want to do as well. It's just hard.
I don't want to do fucking boring ass commentary. Like for me, it's like I can't sit for like half an hour and look at the screen and just rant about some shit and be happy with it. I gotta have some sort of punchline, some sort of reason as to why I'm making the video. It's some sort of like so I would want to make something that would make me entertained.
Something to captivate yourself. Yeah,
exactly. So like when I look through it, I would be like, yeah, that's my type of humor, that's my type of content. And my type of content is the type where it is commentary. Like, there are certain parts that are serious and there are certain parts that are like, but then there are punchlines, there's jokes, there's everything, like that type of commentary. That's what I like, and that's what I want to make. And even though of course it would be way easier for me to just make bullet points or just make a script that is like seriously intended, that it wouldn't be fun for me and I would not be happy with it.
I can relate to that a lot, because it's just most of my content that I didn't like originally, I upload, I post it, and I come back to it later. I actually enjoy it, so it's kind of weird. It's like, in the moment, I'm disappointed with my projects and my works, but when I finally finish them, I come back to them, I'm actually kind of proud of them, and I enjoy them.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of getting out of your... I guess the best way to describe this is that I'm self-conscious with myself. Like, if that makes sense, it's just... I just gotta get out there and do it instead of wondering what other people think of it and what I think.
That's what's been stopping me. And the fact that I would disappoint people because people are like, there are people that are, actually legitimately for some reason want to see more of my content. Like my second video that I've ever, like, I've only uploaded 2 videos on my channel.
Yeah.
My second video is about to hit 1,000 views.
Jesus.
And I've gotten up to 270 subs from, like, I was on like 7 subs when I first uploaded my first video. Well, I uploaded 2 fucking videos. And I'm, like, terrified that now that people have waited so long and I upload, it's gonna be disappointing as fuck,
Mm-hmm.
And then I would not have an interesting fucking topic to talk about.
One of my videos, I think it is my #1 video on my channel. It's got over 1,000 views. It's called Elsagate, if you remember that whole thing. That was scripted. It was from a script. Well, it was an edit from a script that I had made previously because it was actually from a report I did in high school about Elsagate. And I took that same script and I edited it and made it a little bit more different. Put a little bit of gags in there, and then I recorded it and I edited it and I put it together. And it worked. It's my most popular video, but it was from a high school report.
I should do that. Okay, so I have a report from 9. I have an English report. Like, it's written in English, like normally I don't write in English because Norwegian, but I have an English report from my politics class. It's like a 15-page essay about BioShock and the politics in BioShock. That would be
I would actually watch that because I originally wasn't into politics, but I kind of am now. Not the petty politics we have today, but like the actual ideals of people, because I'm really into psychology. And the whole idea
like
about
ideologies and stuff like that.
Ideologies are really interesting to me. And the whole concept of BioShock is like late stage capitalism, right? Isn't that kind of like what they're going for?
Well, like in are you talking about the first BioShock games, or are you talking about BioShock games?
1 and 2.
Yeah,
the underwater ones, because it's about an entropic.
Well, okay. So this is like my report was based off the book, which is technically not canon. I don't remember, but basically, it's about Rapture before it fell down. When it was an actual society. Well, that's the thing. It wasn't supposed to be a society. It was supposed to be an anarchist society or whatever, where people could do whatever the fuck they wanted, and there was no rules. But Andrew Ryan's could not even uphold his own ideologies and contradicted himself a lot and made rules after a while. And that's how, like, Rapture fell down, because he tried to create an anarchist society, but not really understanding what anarchism really is and what that entails for him and for other people.
Now, from what I recall, and this could be wrong, in the video game, I thought there was like this civil war with companies, like pretty much a late stage capitalism, because they were trying to buy out the other company and it started a war.
Yeah, that's the thing. It started as an anarchist society, but people slowly reverted back into creating, like, capitalism, stuff like that. They slowly, like, reverted into other ideologies, and Andrew Ryan was like, nah, fuck this shit.
I mean, it is a very interesting You really should make a video about that. I would actually love that video. Because I
I'll
love
put that on my
Ideologies.
list.
Please do. And I'll keep on you if you don't make it, because that is actually a really promising video. I was
Okay,
actually...
guys, don't steal this. Okay, guys, don't fucking steal this video.
it's probably been done before, but I would like to see your
Honestly, if
twist
someone
on it.
makes this video, like, if someone made a video about that as well, like, I don't care. That's the thing with me. If anyone watching this, like, would be interested in just stealing my idea and make a video about Bioshock fucking politics, I would be happy to watch that, because it's not
Me
gonna be
too.
the same as mine anyway.
That's what I love about you too. People say, "Oh, you have to be original." Originality is like flavor in YouTube. You know, you each have your own twist and personality to put on.
Yeah, let me just say something else about like that. Like, why be original when you can take an idea and make it yours? Then it will be original. Because nothing is gonna be the same. Like, there was like, I had an idea for a video it was the video that I'm working on now, and then someone else made a video that was very like similarly titled, and the theme of it was the same, but when I watched the video, it was entirely differently executed and made entirely different points, and I was like, well, then it doesn't matter, I can just make my own video. And even if it did, like, a lot of the time, it's like when you're been given a prompt, you know, a writing prompt. People are gonna do different things with that prompt, and I think that's what like you do with like video ideas, you know.
But yeah, really, like, honestly, you really need to make that video, because I'm really into that. It reminds me of a video script I had made before about. Are you familiar with Half-Life 2's like lore a little bit?
Well, I'm familiar with Half-Life, but I actually have never played it. And I know basically next to nothing except for like a lot of memes. But explain.
I could sit here for hours telling you about Half-Life and its lore and everything.
Lord. Okay, we can talk about this after the recording.
Yeah, we'd have to talk about this later. Let me just sum it up what I was going to do. There's a character who's kind of like a chancellor.
What's his name?
Dr. Breen. Wallace Breen.
Okay.
And I was going to make a video about his moral standing in the whole enslaving human race, because he had made a deal with the aliens in that game to enslave humans to preserve their race, but the humans see him as a bad force, like a really bad guy. And I thought it was interesting because he technically did save the human race by making a deal with the aliens. They gave him power in turn to monitor, you know, the human race. But they still see him as like this evil force, which, to be fair, he is kind of a jerk. But he did save humanity, so it's a very interesting idea.
It's a pretty weird dilemma.
It's a gray moral. It's a gray moral. But I had made a long video, no, not a video, a script for it, and I never finished it.
Fucking do it. Like, do whatever you want to do. That's the thing. Don't give a shit about what other people are gonna think, because make something that you're gonna be happy with.
That's the thing. I'm never really happy with what I make. I need to get over that.
Why? But why are you not happy with what you make? Is it because you don't? Is it because you don't think other people will like it? Because if so, that's entirely different.
No. To be honestly true, I am unhappy with a lot of the things I make in terms of YouTube or art or anything really, because I subconsciously compare myself to other people, and that is something I should never do, because that would demotivate anyone.
Yeah, it demotivates me. Yeah, it does demotivate anyone.
Because I don't know how to make crazy, wacky edits. I don't have the patience to make an hour-long documentary about, Joey salads. Like, I don't have that kind of dedication. And then I compare myself to that, and I'm like, I can't do this. And then it makes me opt out of what I'm already working on. So, that's just kind of where I lie with my works. So, yeah. Sorry. Didn't mean to go off there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's fine.
But no, it's just like, That's just where my problem is. I compare myself to other people too much when I shouldn't be expecting that quality work just so soon.
I do that with my appearance, I do that with my art, I do that with my editing, I do that with my videos, I do it with absolutely everything. I compare myself. When I'm not other people, that's the point of this.
Yeah, it's my downfall, it's my weakness. It's just I'm envious, I guess, and I just kind of fail at that, getting over it. It's just unfortunate. Anyways, let's see. What, is there anything you'd like to discuss?
Hold up, I'm eating an ice cream.
Okay.
I just need to finish this before it fucking melts.
Alright. Yeah, I still can't get over that BioShock video that you got planned. That you need to plan.
Hey, don't make any fucking promises on my
No,
behalf.
you need to make a promise now. You have to promise me that you'll make it, because that's pretty good video right there.
Okay, I promise I'm gonna make at least a video before the fucking year ends. That's what I'm gonna. I'll promise that. I'll be the new fucking Colossal is crazy. I'll upload once a year. I
used to watch his videos. I used to compare myself to him too, because he made hour-long documentaries.
Yeah, why would you compare yourself to Colossal?
I don't know.
Like, it's fucking Colossal, and also like his editing isn't fucking the best thing ever. Like, he has flaws himself. Like, and he's first of all he's fucking batshit crazy.
Yeah, wasn't he friends with Keemstar for a while?
I mean, I think they had like a love-hate relationship with each other. I think that's what happens when you're forced to work with someone professionally. You kind of have to, you know, deal with them, and then you learn to like their weird sides, and you find positives about that person. I think that's kind of what happened between Colossal and Keem.
I guess it's better to be like bitter friends or whatever than, you know, outright enemies.
I mean, yeah. I don't think Colossal like hates anyone really.
No, he's not hateful. He's not a hateful person.
But with like Keemstar, that's a completely different thing. He fucking hates everyone, especially I'm Alex.
Wait, who does? Who hates it? Oh, Keem.
Yeah.
I've never really watched an I'm Alex video, but he rubs me the wrong way. I don't know.
I mean, his channel is boring. Never subscribed to him, never watched him. I don't know.
Like, I don't know how he grew. I think he got a shout out from Pyrocynical.
I don't know. Like, yes, there's something about him. Like, obviously, or else he wouldn't have had as many subs. But honestly, I think it's kind of the like, he knows so many other like talented YouTubers. I think that's kind of just how that happens. And that's especially like prominent in like communities like the Reddit crew and stuff like that. Like, you don't really grow unless the other people in the Reddit crew accepts you and collabs with you, kind of, you know. And that's kind of like the only like I know I'm not gonna fucking point fingers, but there are people in the Reddit crew that definitely wouldn't have been famous if it wasn't for the fact that they basically introduced them to the channel. Like, they made them like they made channels and collab with those like big Reddit YouTubers. I'm just saying, not like some of them are really, really boring.
Yeah, I can understand.
Most of them are really boring.
I know you have the whole Twitch genre of like content creators, like Alinity, for example. Have you heard about that?
Yeah, I have.
That's just. Has Twitch done anything about that? I
don't think they have.
She
I don't really
gave her cat vodka on camera. That stuff burns, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, I have drank vodka, and yes, that shit burns down my throat, but also, the thing is, alcohol is poisonous to cats, that's the thing.
Isn't it poisonous to anything?
No, but like, you know how...
chocolate is poisonous to dogs?
Yeah, I just say it can instantly kill a cat if it's a, like, very small amount of, like, alcohol.
Oh,
like,
God.
vodka and stuff like that.
Ugh, I wonder how that works. Like,
No clue, really.
Because I know...
Small bodies as well, you know?
True, yeah, the proportions, because you know chocolate and dogs, you know chocolate is poisonous to dogs, but it actually requires a little bit more than you expect to like poison a dog with chocolate. A lot of people think it's just maybe I should stop in case someone tries to poison a dog with chocolate.
Yeah, don't do that. Like,
Yeah, don't do
disclaimer.
that. Disclaimer, don't do anything that we talk about here unless it's good videos. Unless it's, you know, Star's BioShock video idea. Don't do that. Or do it, just put your own twist to it.
Jesus Christ. Okay, I googled it, and basically a tablespoon of vodka or alcohol can put an adult cat into coma, and more than a tablespoon can kill it.
Jesus, she like put a whole mouthful in her cat.
I don't think she like spit that entire thing into her. I think
no, not
just,
all.
Like,
it's like a few.
I think the cat probably just got it on its tongue.
That's.
I mean, yeah, it's fucking awful, but like the cat's alive, you know.
Thank God.
Well, is it? Is it alive?
Quick, watch Alinity streams and tell us.
I don't like. It should be alive, or else like
It's
there would be a
probably
lot
fine.
more outrage.
Oh yeah, it would
or
be
there
a
would
lot.
more outrage.
Suddenly, Mittens the cat just stops appearing on her streams.
Thinking emoji. Been feeding any more cats alcohol on Alinity?
I don't know why people do that. I've seen people give their dogs alcohol.
Why the fuck would you do that? Fun fact, okay, when I lived in Spain, there was this bar that I always went to, like outside, you know, like drinks bar or whatever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it was like so the alcohol bar was right next to a playground, which is pretty weird, but that was a thing. And there was this pigeon in this playground. I think I named him Carl or something. And that pigeon had gotten into like had eaten the fruits like on like leftover like you know how like they put fruit in fucking, you know, fruit drinks, obviously, like fruit alcohol drinks or whatever.
Oh yeah.
So this fucking pigeon had gotten into like the alcohol and and taken all of the berries and all of the fucking fruit and stuff and eaten it, and like there's alcohol in it, and it gotten fucking shit-faced and was wobbling around the fucking playground.
Oh no.
This poor motherfucker. And what I did, I was like I think I was like 15 when I lived in Spain, like 15. Yeah, 15. Or was I? Yeah, 15. Anyway, so I picked up this pigeon because like, you know, it didn't do anything. It didn't fly away. It didn't run away. It just wobbled around.
It was a drunk pigeon.
Yeah, it was fucking wasted. And I picked it up, and it just sat there and was just wobbling around in my hand, and not really much
Probably
more.
thought it was flying.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, it just flapped its wings occasionally. And like when I put it down on the ground again, it just began running around like fucking crazy and just bumping into shit. And the kids at the playground was like, what the actual fuck is happening? And then I picked it up again and I put it like behind a tree because I had to go. Or else I was gonna miss school. So I had to take the pigeon. I was like, hopefully this pigeon is gonna fucking survive. And I took a plastic like glass of water and I put it into the ground, and then I took some bread and some like food and like some fresh fruits and stuff and put it in a hole behind that tree, and then set the pigeon gently behind that tree, and then watched it like drink and eat some and got a bit better after like an hour, and then I walked away, and then when I came back the next day it was gone, and hopefully it's not dead. I mean, it's been 3 years since that happened, so it's probably dead.
Yeah, it's dead now, for sure.
Yeah,
the birds like live for 2 years, I think.
Yeah, but hopefully it didn't die like straight after that.
My friends have pet birds, and it kind of makes me want to get a pet bird, but that's too much of a responsibility.
I used to have a bird.
I've got Alice, German Shepherd.
I used to have a bird, and his name was Hyde.
Hyde?
Yeah, from Jekyll and Hyde. You He was a
That's
really
cute.
cute bird. Yeah, it's adorable, and he was really fucking cute. But I had to give him away because I was gonna move out, and
Aw.
I was gonna start school and stuff again. I think I had him for like half a year. Then I had to give him away because I knew that I could barely take care of myself, so I could not take care of this bird alone. So
Yeah, that's why I haven't gotten any new pets, because there's like, I love animals like a lot. I'm a huge animal lover, but I have to restrain myself from getting pets, because I used to have pet rats. I had 3.
mhm.
And
Oh, damn.
they were like, well, they're pack animals. They don't really do well alone. So I got 3. They weren't genetically healthy because they were like bred for snakes to eat. They were feeder
Oh, yeah.
rats. So they didn't
Oh.
live too long. They had like a lot of genetic illnesses, and they died like about a year after owning them. I felt really bad though.
Yeah, it does feel shit.
Like, I took him to the vet and everything. He's like, there's not much we can do. They're kind of like retarded because of incest.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I mean, I loved them. I did. They were great. Well,
But
I
they
was
were
training. I don't know. They were learning because I was training them. I trained them to come to me when I called for them. They're really smart.
Damn,
They're
that's
cute
cool.
little animals. They would sleep in my hoodie.
I kind of want like a scorpion. I used to have 2 scorpions.
Mm.
I used to have 2 scorpions when I was about 10.
Yeah.
I had 2, and like they were all both poisonous as well. And they were at my dad's house, and basically one day I remember there was only 1 scorpion in the
Oh,
tank
no.
when I woke up, and I was like, looking around for him, and I was like, where is he? And then like an hour later I found him in my bed,
Oh,
and I just took him up and I put him in the tank again.
that's horrifying.
Yeah,
Aren't
so
they-
that scorpion had probably slept with me that night.
Ugh, me and my mother are both deathly afraid of scorpions. But one time when I was little, she was going to squash one that was in the bathtub that we had found. And I don't know why, but something evil inside of me made me push her inside the bathtub with it.
What?
And that was pretty crazy.
You're fucking evil, dude.
She was like trying to scramble out of the bathtub like a cat, but couldn't like get a grip on the rim of the bathtub.
Jesus
So she
Christ.
kept falling back and screaming for help. So me and my siblings ran out of the room in fear.
Oh my fucking god.
I don't know why I did it. I don't know. Because I'm a sociopath, I guess.
Oh my
Good
god,
times.
like, I really want a dog in the future, but my boyfriend doesn't want a dog. He doesn't like dogs. And so every time, like, we talk about getting dogs, I just tell him, okay, fine, then we're getting a scorpion or we're getting a fucking snake. And he was like, yeah, sure, as long as I can get a pet pig. And I'm like, for fuck's sake.
Hey, I had a pet pig once too when I was very little.
Damn, seriously, I had
like
a pet
a-
lamb.
Oh, it's cute. It was we had to give it away, but it was this like little
Probably eaten at
potbelly
this point.
pig. Honestly, I think it was. Yeah.
That reminds me, I had a pet lamb. It was called. It's really difficult to pronounce in like English, so I'm just gonna have to like. I don't know what the fuck this name was, but her name was like Tikkelil. That was her name, and it's not even a Norwegian name. I think it's just fucking gibberish, honestly. But I had that lamb, and one day we're eating lamb for dinner.
Oh my god.
I live on a farm, so that's very like common for us to do. And I went outside. And I wondered, like, where did she go? Like, and then I went inside. I was like, oh yeah, we ate that lamb for dinner. I was like,
They.
shit.
Oh, you ate your pet. You ate your own pet lamb.
Yeah. My grandpa fed me my own pet lamb for dinner.
That reminds me of my English teacher's pet story. She had Snow White rabbits, and her
No way.
Her father was like a legitimate sociopath, and I felt so sorry
Oh.
when she told us this story. She was like being bad. She was like 8 or 10, and she was being bad. So to punish her, her father, like, made her watch him killing it, and then they forced her to eat it for dinner.
That's such a fucking traumatizing
That's
moment.
like
At least my grandpa was like, he didn't know I had a pet lamb. Like, he didn't know it was that one, and like it wasn't like meant to be like that. But
no.
Jesus Christ, this is not a fucking sociopath.
No,
I mean, my
that's a
mom
psychopath level right there.
My fucking mom tried when she was like 13, she tried to sacrifice her hamster to Satan.
I mean, to be fair, hamsters are evil, so it makes sense. Like, if
yeah,
my first podcast,
like...
I was talking about my old hamster. He was evil.
Oh, of course.
But why?
You know.
That's my question. Why?
I don't know. Ask my fucking mom. I asked her, and she was like, I don't know. I went through a weird phase, and I was like, yeah, clearly.
How old was she?
Christ. She was like 13.
Oh my god. She tried, so she failed?
Yeah, she failed to sacrifice the hamster to Satan.
This is a horrible podcast episode. We're talking about like animals getting.
Yeah, what the fuck is happening?
My mom and her twin sister tried to flush their grandmother's like puppy down the toilet once. I mean, it didn't happen, but like it did happen, but it didn't get sucked in. It screamed loud enough to get help.
What the fuck? That's
yeah,
so fucked
I don't
up.
know. It was like one of those little dachshunds, those little weenie dog puppies.
No.
It was big enough not to get sucked in.
Oh
or it was just a really good swimmer. One of the two. I mean. I don't want. It lived a very long, happy life.
Good, but it's fucking probably traumatized from that. Jesus.
I mean.
Poor puppy.
Oh my god, we're already at like 41 minutes. 42 actually.
Bro, what?
We're at 42 minutes almost. That's how long this recording's gone on.
Okay. Like, before I like end and stuff, then should we like maybe look through if there's any questions on that tweet?
Yeah, we got a few. One of them like made a list of questions. We can just pick one or two.
Yeah,
and
sure.
Another one is just like poo poo pee pee caca. I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, that was from David. Fuck you, David. No, I'm kidding. I love you. I'm sorry, David. I didn't mean it. But your tweet sucks.
My microphone's muted. Dummy. Me. Yeah.
Oh
it was.
My god.
But yeah, I don't know. We can choose two questions from @cuckoo Vitsa. I can pick one and you can pick one.
Sure, I'm looking through it now.
Oh.
Wait. Kukuvitsa.
Tito Albania. They got like an owl as their profile picture.
Okay. Kukuvitsa. It just sounds like saying cock. Kakowitsa. Because that's what cock is in Norwegian. Anyway, so let's see.
There's the questions. I just sent them through Discord. It's fine. Be quicker.
Okay, I'm like looking at it right now. I want to answer the fucking Pepsi question because the thing that so it says, do you drink Pepsi, the best cola ever invented? First of all, Pepsi is not a cola. Pepsi is Pepsi.
Oh, she's like into it. Oh.
No, like Pepsi is not a cola, so you can't call it the best cola ever invented because it's not a fucking cola. It's a Pepsi.
It's not a cola
it's also
product.
Pepsi. Yeah, exactly. It's just fucking Pepsi. So first of all, Pepsi is fucking gross. Cola is like Coca-Cola is the best fucking cola ever invented. Right before Colt Cola, which is a Danish type of cola brand. And Pepsi Max is okay.
There was a rumor in my old high school. I don't want to get into this story, but I'll just sum it up real quick. There was a rumor in my old high school that there was a ban on Pepsi in my school because I went to a private Christian school, right? There was a rumor.
Wait, hold up. How does Christianity, like Christian schools and Pepsi, like, what does that have to do with each other? Apparently,
Pepsi products use this similar or some chemicals that they use in the abortion process. So that was the rumor. So there was a ban on Pepsi in my school.
That's so fucking beautiful. I love that.
Yeah, apparently some of the chemicals they use in like abortions they put in
Okay,
Pepsi.
so let me get this straight.
I
So
don't want to get into
okay,
this.
okay. No, if this was a thing, just imagine if this was a thing. You're going down the hallway. You're going to the bathroom, and the woman's bathroom, like the girl's bathroom, it's open, like the door is open, and you hear something from the inside of the
Oh my
girl's
god,
bathroom,
I don't.
and you look inside because you're a fucking creep now. Okay, so you look inside and you see this fucking girl. You see this girl with 10 bottles of Pepsi trying to get an abortion while chugging down a bunch of fucking
Oh,
Pepsi.
I thought you were gonna say she was doing a handstand, just pouring it down, you know.
I mean,
her
I don't fucking
pants.
keg stand that shit. Just
Just
doing
like-
fucking keg stand and just like
Ugh,
trying to get an
Jesus.
abortion via fucking Pepsi.
Oh my god, that's a horrible image. Anyways.
Anyway, abortion is funny. Okay, okay, let's continue.
I hope that answers your Pepsi question. Pepsi's okay, I guess, if you
Pepsi?
like babies or dislike babies.
Hey, okay, if you don't like babies, drink Pepsi. If you like babies, drink cola. That does not sound right. Anyway, let's.
I
maybe
prefer
we should-
Mountain. No, I don't like Mountain Dew anymore. I prefer Dr. Pepper.
Ew! Fucking kill
Sorry.
yourself.
And I
I
get to choose a
fucking
question.
hate Dr.
now.
Pepper. Okay, that has to be because of like really bad experiences with it. The first time I ever drank a Dr. Pepper, I was on a road trip and I was in a car for like 11 hours straight, and I went outside and I bought a Dr. Pepper and it was warm as well, and I drank it and I threw up.
Yeah, don't drink warm sodas. That stuff makes you like nauseous.
Yeah, I get that, but I had also been in a car for like 12 hours straight, and then I drank a
Ugh.
Pepsi and I threw like no, I mean Dr. fucking Pepper and I threw up, and I think that's why I just refused to drink Dr. Pepper ever since.
Fun tip: if you drink room temperature or warm water with your medication, it actually activates faster. Anyways, question for
Cool.
me.
The fuck?
Yeah, it dissolves faster and spreads throughout your body
Oh
faster.
yeah.
Do you think the internet so far has been a benefit or a negative, and why? I think it's been both.
Yeah,
Definitely.
like all things in life, it's been.
It's
both.
got its pros and cons. We have more knowledge to share with each other, new cultures. To kind of, I don't want to get into this because we're already over the limit. It's fine. We can go over if you have time.
Yeah, I have time.
The internet is a benefit, I think, and a negative because I don't know how to get into that.
Okay, basically, I can just say that.
Yeah, you take it.
To summarize it a bit, like what I'm thinking right at the moment, because I'm probably just gonna go on a fucking word vomit. But what I think is that there is positives and negatives, as with all things in life. And
Except
what is
Pepsi.
some positive things? Fuck off. Some positive things about the internet is sharing of information, the fact that you can know so much more about things, and the fact that you can meet people from all around the world. And some negatives about it is also that like you can get involved in things that aren't really going to be your issue, you know, like
Mhm.
like you get me, like you hear about this awful thing that happened, like, you know, in fucking America, or happened in like this country and happened
Yeah.
in this country. You hear so much, like it's like sensory overload, because
Mhm.
you get the news from every single country and every single person as well, from personal people, like from social media, with things that you can't really do anything about.
Yeah,
That's like the positives and negatives about internet friends as well.
that's been
yes, you
happening
can
a
have
lot
some-
to me lately. I don't mean to cut you off.
Yeah,
but...
exactly. Like it happens to me and it happens to everyone. Like you can't, for example, if you have an internet friend that you really do care about, you don't. There's a lot of the time you don't really know that person, because
Yeah, that's
unless
true.
you've been in an IRL, and that's the thing. Like I'm not saying that an internet friend is not a real friend, because in a lot of cases it can be, but also in a lot of cases it can't be, because text very much so limits what you can see on the other side and what that person experiences in their real life. Without like having them around you in real life, it's hard to like see them like
know
act
what they're up
certain
to
ways.
and stuff.
Yeah, see how they act like with people and how they act in their real life. You don't really know a person. That's the thing.
Yeah, to be honest, the whole negative news thing is really, lately that's been really destroying me internally. Like, the bad news I see every day, especially American politics, like,
Yeah,
with
exactly.
the presidential debates and stuff coming up, it's just like, everyone in my country, just about everyone's separated by hate and just for each other because of politics. And it just seems that the news channels are very, one-sided, so it fuels, it's not very neutral, it's always one-sided news here in America. And it's just really, it destroys me seeing my country going through this, like, not civil war, but just like separation.
Internal conflicts.
Because one of our presidents, Abraham Lincoln, bless his soul, said, united we stand, divided we fall. And I think that speaks louder than anything currently right now in America. But everyone seems to have forgotten that. Because everyone's just like, they're all coming from a good place. They want America to be better in their own views, right? But they aren't really accepting or even considering other people's views. Obviously, there's extremes from each side that no one should really tolerate. But it's just a mess. I don't like it, and it really depresses me. So I try to block out news.
Yeah, I do understand that, and like it's gotten to the point where I know less about my own politics than I do about American politics. Like, that's sad.
Yeah, I hope that answers your question, Tito, Albania. Taito?
Yeah, at
It's
least
Taito.
to some point. Like, I can honestly like fucking go on and on forever. about
I
the
could
benefits
too,
and
but
negatives.
the benefits of the internet's pretty good too. You know, you got knowledge, you got
People.
yeah, people, friends, resources to like look up if you ever need to know something. But at the same time, that can be like the exact negative, you know.
Yeah, it can also be a negative thing. The fact that.
So it works both ways.
Yeah, it does.
I can't choose one way or the other. It's just a gray. Like most things.
Yeah.
I think that's about it, unless there's anything else you want to talk about.
I'm like completely fucking dead at the moment. It's 5 a.m. for me.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 5 a.m. I thought it was 5 p.m. for you.
No, it's 5 a.m.
Jeez, okay. Oh my god. Okay. Alright. Thanks for being on this week's podcast episode. I had a lot of fun doing this one. It was pretty interesting, you know, discussing.
Yeah, I had
various
fun with this
stuff.
as well. Well, I apologize if I sound a bit like jittery, you know, since I'm
No, you're
so
fine.
fucking tired.
No, it's fine. But yeah, I think this is a really good episode, and I'd like to thank you for joining, and thank you guys for your questions and watching, because so far this podcast has been really fun to do, because I get to talk to friends and actually really get to know them better, and, you know, it's just nice to discuss things openly.
Yeah, I love being on podcasts as well, so I'm glad you had me on.
It's fine. Yeah, anytime. You can come back anytime you want, because I do want to have
Yeah.
reoccurring guests, and I had a great conversation with you tonight, or today, depending on when people watch this, and, yeah, if you want to plug in your stuff, if, you know.
Sure, follow my Twitter, which is @Staravia, and then if you wanna, like, keep up with, maybe if I upload in the future, okay, I will upload, you can subscribe to me on my channels, Star Hardy, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Alright, thank you all for watching. All those will be in the link below to check her out, and, yeah, I'd like to also thank Jzone Arts on Twitter for making my thumbnails for the podcast so far and all my other videos. He's doing an amazing job, and you guys need to go support him, because without him, I mean, I wouldn't have, you know, these cool drawn thumbnails. And
Support artists or I'll
do.
steal your kneecaps.
Support artists or drink Pepsi. You choose.
Yeah, get an abortion. Anyway.
I'm telling you, that was an actual rumor in my school. Anyways,
Jesus.
I will see you all in the next episode of whatever I do. Thank you all for tuning in this week, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.
Bye.